Hello. I had one of those fun outings where it was unexpected. We were out for a bunch of errands and found ourselves with like awkward gaps between appointments, and what better to do than run into some thrift stores. So I found myself at Goodwill and a church thrift store that I have driven by 5 million times, but it is open only at like awkward hours on weekdays, Tuesday, Thursdays for like 10 to 4 or something. I've never had a chance to swing in, and today was that day. So let me show you around and walk you through what I got. First up, in Goodwill, I came across someone's Corningware collection. One of the things that's really challenging for me about Goodwill is how they wrap up their sets, their plate sets, their cup sets, right? They like tape it all together. So you can't really tell the wear and condition super easily. And something like plates and cups, I feel like I really would prefer, especially because these feel like they were priced up. But I kind of saw the first stack of plates, realized, I was like, well, that's cute. Let me kind of put it in the cart and see if I should do some research on it. And as I kept wandering, I kept seeing more. And I was like, okay, if I'm going to find a whole big collection here, maybe I should really pay attention to this. And ultimately, I left with the stack of dinner plates, the stack of kind of salad plates, and I mean, actually, maybe these are more like a saucer because they're definitely a saucer, and a stack of the stackable mugs that have a hook handle. So all of them are actually in a different pattern, as you can see. The mugs have a butterfly kind of pattern in yellow, and the saucers have a brown floral motif around the edges. You can see I got this whole stack for $6. And then I got the green dinner plates, a different floral motif. I got this stack for also $6, and I think there's less here. There's 6 dinner plates. There's definitely more saucers. So I was able to at least do a little research in the moment to, way more than 6, to get a sense that these would be worth picking up because they were a little pricey, at least for me when I know nothing about anything. So these were $10 for the stack of cups and 6 and 6. So $22, but I could tell enough about the quality and I could see the comps looked decent, and I was racing the clock. So I was like, okay, I'm seeing enough to take a risk on these, and I'm glad I did because I still think there's value based on my additional research, even though it's still been limited. But I'm excited to play with multi-quantity listings for these because again, with so many and none of them match, like I couldn't necessarily do these as a cup and saucer pairing because they're not the same, even though someone may want to create an eclectic set, which this person seems to have done. I wouldn't pair them together that way myself. So I'm excited to potentially toy with multi-quantity listings on Etsy, I think, and see what happens in that regard. And, Corningware is something I'm excited to learn about because it's a relatively local company. Since I'm in Vermont, Corning, New York is quite far from me, but, in the global sense is very close. So I am excited to learn about that company and kind of get more of an understanding of their kind of vintage lines, because I expect it might be something I come across more frequently given the geographic association. I was breezing through Goodwill, but I came across the set of 4 Christmas mugs. Now they're all the same. They're all in beautiful condition. And again, Goodwill with the challenges. I peeled off one of the labels. Which one? These were $1 each. I peeled off a label enough to be able to tell that these were French. I'm sure you can't read that, but it's a brand called Arcopal France. And again, I was able to comp these and see that they carry some value in addition to being beautiful. Like I personally really love these. if it would focus for you. It's just a beautiful little kind of neighborhood winter scene that wraps all the way around. How cute would this be if you were hosting Christmas morning and you had a set of these, or just for your own festive enjoyment? I know holiday mugs and kind of Christmas collections are something people have a lot of fun with, so I'm not sure. I think I would also do a multi-quantity listing on these, and if someone wanted to just grab one to add to their collection, they could do that. I did not pick up this fish trivet and kind of regret it. Do you think I should have picked this one up? Since I was on a time crunch, I was more focused on exploring the church thrift store, just kind of seeing what was in there, getting a feel for the space, because I was just curious, having never been in before. And it was bigger than I expected, but a lot of clothing, so I was able to kind of beeline to the sections I was more interested in. I will most definitely go back. It was definitely very well run, very organized. The women running it were super nice, so it was lots of interesting finds. And the things I ended up coming home with started with the free table, which was kind of right when you walked in, very nifty. I picked up this beautiful bone china decorative piece. It's not a bell, even though you'd think it should be on first glance. And I mean, it's just stunning. The colors, the shape, the motif with the birds and the florals, you can kind of rotate it to get a different vibe. It's got the gold. So this was stunning. Because it was free, I basically just picked it up to learn about it. And I even asked the women as I was checking out, you know, like, this piece is so curious. It seems like it should be a bell. They were like, we thought so too. We couldn't really figure out what it is, so we just put it on the free table. So it works for me, but I was also happy to find some things to buy to support them more than just walking out with a free piece of china. So I was happy to find this beautiful etched brass vase. It is stunning, a hefty piece. It does have a little damage on the base. There's that little kind of dent there, but if you were looking from this side, you wouldn't see that at all. I will admit, I wonder if this is more of a brass coated piece, because there are some, if you can see that kind of line that goes through, and then around the handles, it seems like there's some wear and scratching that is revealing more of a silver tone underneath. So I need to do a little more research on what this might be actually made of, but I got this for $5, and regardless of kind of what's on the inside, it is a stunning kind of hefty bronze piece. Bronze? Brass. A hefty brass piece. The mix of things I ended up picking up are pretty eclectic, because next is this beautiful cut glass candlestick. I think this is probably about 8 inches tall. Very classic, simple piece. It's got some wax I need to clean off if you're seeing any kind of shadows in there, but no chips, no damage, just a really simple piece I got for $2 with the intention of saving it for a set, because the idea of kind of building eclectic sets is very appealing to me. And it seems pretty common to kind of see onesie twosies of things. Obviously 2 candlesticks are a pair, that is probably considered good, but I want to save the singles and can give them a new life in a set. The final piece I got was this beautiful, soft, cozy twin size blanket. It's got the satin trim. It's lovingly tied together with a denim belt right now, which I found really funny and cute, so I haven't taken it off yet. I got this for $5. I did not fully open it, which I've regretted before, and I haven't yet done it, so, you know, pray for me. There's nothing damaging on the inside, but it doesn't have a smell from what I could see, and, you know, obviously I can poke around pretty easily. It seemed to be in pretty decent condition, and the only thing, like, the satin trim wasn't stitched the way it's, like, built. It's not stitched all the way up to close this seam, so it's unfurling and kind of fraying around the edges there, but that would be something that could so easily be kind of just stitched and hemmed back together. And to kind of hide that, I'm not sure if I would do that or if I would kind of just call that out and sell it as is. But I also think this could be so cozy on my daughter's bed. So if I decide to list this one, I will have it down below for you, but it might be something that we keep for a little while. A fun little spontaneous haul. Definitely some fun stuff, and I'm excited to keep checking out the Christmas sections of places because I'm definitely getting in the festive spirit now. The more kind of holiday things I pick up, or even just colorful things that I'm starting to associate with holiday decor, it's getting me in the mood, which I'm very happy about, even though it is too soon. If you have any favorites, or if you already have plans for your holiday decor, please let me know what you're thinking about to continue to inspire me. And I hope you enjoyed. I will see you next time.